hopefully be the rest of my life here. It's a lovely part of the world, and I have a family who live here as well. And yeah, it's a wonderful place to be. We're very privileged to live in this part of the world.
Wonderful, wonderful. And definitely, I would like to welcome you and thank you so much once again for joining us. And I'd like to know about the initiative and the vision behind everything. Where did that start?
Well, Ad Hope is just one of the most amazing initiatives that any business or community can to do. So, just simply the 2 rands that you and I and all of us who go and visit every KFC around the country, we just collect those monies and then put it to. There's such a big need in our country of feeding kids all over, and especially in the Eastern Cape, in our community that we operate in. So that, I think if we can grow it and make it bigger, and it is really huge. And this is our third golf day of supporting Ad Hope and just really telling communities of what the 2 rands do. Every single cent goes back into our communities, our children's homes across, or our children's causes across South Africa to feed kids. So that's what this is all about, just raising that awareness.
Stunning, stunning. And I think everyone else out there who every now and again pops into the KFC franchise would like to know where actually their 2 rand goes. And if maybe you've been wondering, then today you are going to find out even more what we do with your 2 rands. And Mr. Grant is right here to actually tell us more about that. And I know that also you're a father of 3 children, if I'm not mistaken.
A father of 3. You're so right. You said none of this goes to them, unfortunately.
Of course. But I just want to know and find out, as a father, what does you being able now to extend your hand to the greater community through this initiative?
No, 100%. And feeding someone is just one of the basics. If you can't go to function at school or function in any community if you're hungry, especially a growing child, and so. That's where we find to solve the need. And as I said earlier, there's just so much need out there. So, the Ad Hope Fund looks at all the different causes through the country. We're pretty transparent about it. And anyone who wants to become a beneficiary, go onto the website, adhope.co.za, and you can get everything you need on the website. It's pretty transparent in what we do and how you become a home. But we operate KFCs in the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
So we get generously get opportunities to have a couple of beneficiaries, and they're here to us today. We're joining us today, and a lot of the money we raise today will go on top of the 2 rands that we raised. Will actually go to them today, and I'm looking forward to seeing them later this afternoon to hand over some really big checks to just fill their coffers, because I think we all know how much food is costing nowadays. To feed a kid and feed a family, it's costing more and more. And so those 2 rands have to stretch a lot further. So hopefully we can top up their bank accounts this afternoon.
Very much so. And I understand that Ubuntu is one of the greatest, principles that we carry as people in general. And I think the Ad Hope actually does embody the Ubuntu principle. And also, I'd like to know, in the previous years, how did it feel for you handing over those checks to the beneficiaries, and also having them receive them and doing what they're supposed to do?
Well, it is certainly one of the most hardest tasks and the most selfless tasks to run some of these homes that just bring these kids in. And I just really, when I meet the ladies and the guys who run these homes, and it's such great commitment to look after these children. If we can take the feeding part away, so we can look after the physical part of feeding them, and then they can spend more time nurturing them for the education and emotionally. But unfortunately, a lot of the time, the people who are looking after these homes just have to make sure there's food on the table. So a lot of their time is spent on that. So we can take that away. We can hopefully build better individuals, more rounded human beings that we can put into our society and come hopefully work in our restaurants one day and become great CEOs of KFC around
definitely. And I know it, obviously you have to start somewhere as a person, and I love the fact that adding 2 rands does not only contribute to one aspect of a life person, but it has a ripple effect. If you are able to feed the next person, they're able to go to school and even better their lives. So it's a form of also empowerment. So I really love that about the initiative.
100%. It's a foundational part of any human being. Feed them first, and then let their brains go wild and become creative contributing individuals to our communities.
Most definitely. And also, just a side note, so that the Green Sleeve did mention that they don't only just feed the children, they also teach them how to garden and so forth. And those are some of the basic skills that a person needs also to have, because you don't just give the person a fish, but you also teach them how to fish.
100%.
Most definitely. Thank you so much, Mr. Grant, for
Pleasure.
joining us. That was definitely Mr. Grant and the CEO of Ad Hope. In fact, of
KFC
BOABAB.
BOABAB.
Yes, BOABAB. Yes, I'm so sorry about that. So that was definitely him. And we are definitely keeping Gesi Radio. And we are definitely radio, according to you, still reporting live from the East London. The time is exactly 27 minutes after the hour of 12 o'clock. Still tuned in onto The Invasion with myself, MIWSKY.
Radio according to KFC.
Of course,
Ad
radio
Hope.
according to
Ad Hope,
KFC,
yeah.
and we are doing nothing
Great.
but adding hope to the life of the child.
Yep.
Great.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Mr. Grant for president.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Let me open for you.
Thank you. Well done. That was awesome. You're a natural.